Auto unloading system? Huh. What's that?
Can you make another video for the US operation? Because I really want to know.
I also want to know!
I really want to know!
This video is made for deck officers who are working on the tankers or scheduled to join soon.
Hello everyone. Today we're diving into the auto unloading system. I'll be honest, this topic isn't simple, so I've been thinking hard about how to open the door the right way. I've read the instruction manual again and again, and still not sure where to start. Sometimes the best idea just doesn't show up.
Help me!
And my mind goes a little blank.
Come on!
I want to make this easy to understand with photos, videos, and simple diagrams, but turning everything in my head into clean visuals with my limited editing skills, that's a bit overwhelming. So here's the plan. Let's start from page 1 of the Shinko manual and walk through it step by step together. Let's just get started. Once we begin, the finish line will start to appear. Ready? Let's roll.
Let's go!
All right then. We'll now bring in our Chief Officer Red Guy, who's out on site. Chief Officer Red Guy, please come on out.
Showtime.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Chief Officer Red Guy, reporting from the field.
Come on!
From this point on, I'll be with you. It won't be easy, but I'll do my best to explain everything in a way that's clear and easy for you to follow. All right, here's the plan. I'm going to follow the table of contents in the manual and explain things step by step. According to the manufacturer, Shinko, manual is divided into 15 sections. They are as follow. Section 1, General. Section 2, Principle of Function. Section 3, Function of Components. Section 4, Operating Procedure of System. Section 5, Operating Method for Manual Control Equipments on Cargo Control Console. And Section 6, Caution in Usage. Section 7, Preparation for Starting Cargo Pump. Section 8, Starting Cargo Pump. Section 9, Cautions during Cargo Pump Operation. Section 10, Operation Procedure at the finish of stripping and stopping cargo pump. The Section 11, Handling after stopping. Section 12, Method for confirming the action of automatic control system. Section 13, Adjustment of each instrument. Section 14, Maintenance and inspection. Section 15, the principle of actuation of main component.
Get out!
Wow, 15 sections? That's quite a lot of parts they've divided it into. Honestly, my head is already starting to ache just looking at it. But among these sections, the ones I think you'll find most interesting are the operation procedure, which explains the overall system operation, and the function of components, which goes into the details of how each part works. So here's what we'll go through the manual, one section at a time, and take a closer look together. After I cover each section, I'll also give you a simple recap in my own Uncle Charlie style to make it even easier to follow. All right then, let's begin this long journey. Let's go!
Let's go!
진실의 방으로.
All right, everyone, from here on out, I'll be reading through the Shinko manual line by line, starting from the very first page and explaining it as we go. And whenever it's helpful, I'll also share my own thoughts and personal opinions as Uncle Charlie style. Nancy, could you please read out the main items 1 through 6, one by one?
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and read them one by one. Section 1. General. The AUS is the system to finish the stripping work with cargo oil pump alone while preventing the dry running automatically.
So what this really means is the auto unloading system, or AUS, is designed so that you can complete the stripping process using only the cargo oil pump without needing a separate stripping system as like stripping pump or stripping adductor. And at the same time, it automatically protects the pump from running dry, which could otherwise damage it. In other words, the AUS makes the job safer and simpler by letting the main pump handle everything while making sure it doesn't run without cargo oil. The merits of the system are as follows.
Number 1, since COP of large capacity alone can do stripping work, unloading time can be reduced.
This means because a large capacity cargo oil pump can handle the stripping work on its own, and can also discharge cargo oil at the same time. That's why the unloading time is reduced.
Number 2, the discharge valve handling work right before stripping, which is complicated and requires high-level technique, becomes not necessary.
This means that normally, right before stripping, the operator would have to manually adjust the discharge valve. That job is tricky, it takes skill, and if you make a mistake, it can cause problems. But with the auto unloading system, that whole step is no longer needed. The system takes care of it automatically, so you don't have to deal with that complicated valve operation anymore. The explanation I'm giving you right now is only about what's written in the Shinko manual. I'm simply clarifying the meaning of the text. This is not my personal opinion. My own thoughts and opinions will be shared separately later when I put together another part of the video. So with that said, let's continue and read the next section.
Number 3, the changeover work from COP to stripping pump or adductor, which requires skillful judgment, becomes not necessary.
What this means is that normally, when the cargo oil pump can no longer strip by itself, the operator would have to switch over to a stripping pump or to an adductor. That changeover is not simple. It takes experience and good judgment, because if you make the switch at the wrong time, you could lose suction, damage the pump, or waste time. But with the auto unloading system, this whole changeover step is no longer necessary. The system allows the cargo oil pump to finish the stripping by itself while automatically preventing damage from dry running. In other words, the AUS makes the job safer and much easier by removing that difficult manual judgment call. Once again, let me make it clear, the explanation I'm giving you right now is not Uncle Charlie's personal opinion. I'm simply going over exactly what is written in the Shinko manual. Please keep that in mind and take it as a reference.
Number 4, in case of carrying various kinds of cargo oil and unloading at various ports, the AUS can complete the stripping of different kinds of oil at multiple ports, since this system does not require driving liquid while adductor does.
In short, unlike an adductor, the AUS doesn't need extra driving liquid. This means that even when handling different oils or unloading at multiple ports, it can finish stripping by itself more easily, while also reducing the risk of cargo contamination.
Thank you. Next.
Number 5, when the AUS is used for crude oil washing, it can be arranged at open cycle, thus sludge can be unloaded directly while applying this system for cow.
This means that when the auto unloading system is used during crude oil washing, it can be set up in what we call an open cycle arrangement. Now, what does open cycle mean? Simply put, it means that while the tank is being washed through COW, the AUS is used at the same time for stripping and discharging. And how is the cow done in that case? Well, it uses the oil from another tank, one that is not connected to the AUS, to supply the cow machines with washing liquid. Meanwhile, the tank being washed can still use AUS to carry out the stripping process at the same time. Of course, the best practice is to supply the cow machine with washing liquid using a completely separate pump and line that are not being used for AUS. That way, the AUS can safely strip the tank while the crude oil washing operation is ongoing. In this setup, sludge can be discharged directly while the cow operation is taking place. But to be clear, this is not really a method I would strongly recommend. It's just one way the system can be arranged.
Number 6, with integrated priming function, the starting of COP from low liquid level can be achieved quickly.
This means that because the cargo oil pump has a built-in priming function, it can start up even when the liquid level in the tank is very low. Normally, priming a pump takes extra time and effort, especially when the suction line doesn't have much liquid. But with this integrated system, the COP can create the suction it needs by itself and begin operating quickly. In other words, the pump doesn't have to struggle to get started, even at low levels.
Instruction manual, page by page. Charlie, break it down, bring it to the stage. Not a boring lecture, nah, not my style. I'll make it stick, make you laugh a while. Buckle up tight, but what's on the line? Turn confusion into knowledge every rhyme. If you want the sequel, better show some love. Like and subscribe, let's rise above. Take a life is hard, but we make it a show. Uncle Charlie teaching, now you already know. Ha ha ha, don't sleep, don't delay. Hit that button on no part 2, okay.
So, we've just gone through section 1 of the Shinko manual. At first glance, it looked short and simple, but once we added the explanations, it turned out to be anything but short. This video is made to help junior officers and cadets understand the system more easily. That's why you may notice there are quite a lot of extra explanations throughout. I hope you don't mind. The goal is simply to make the content as clear and accessible as possible.
Section 1 ends here, but stay tuned. We'll continue in the next part. Hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to Uncle Charlie.